Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion and this is Holiday Cocoa Chapsticks. We're going to put this on and then we're going to get into today's look using Natasha Denona Glam Palette. We're going to go ahead and do two looks instead of just one and then coming back and do a third. So we're going to use for the first look, if I'm not mistaken, these two, and this one. And for the other look, we're going to use this shade here, these three. So that's what we're planning on doing. We're going to see how glam we can get. I'm Fenty Brow Pencil, of course. I have on 3 different foundations because I did a foundation video. So I have one up here, one over here, and one over here. For inner rims, upper and lower, NYX retractable eyeliner, and this shade is in deep blue. For lower lash line on this side, NYX retractable eyeliner in gold, and on this side, NYX retractable eyeliner in gray. So that is what we have going on the face right now. I don't know about liner, I don't know about lipstick, I don't know if we're going to do blush, bronzer, or whatever, but we do have one setting powder over the primer and foundation, and also Radiant Light from Hourglass, and we did spray the face with the Scandinavia spray. So we're going to prime the eye and get into the intro, and then we're going to just jump into these looks. If you're here for the first time, hello and welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope that you will stay and subscribe, like the videos you like as you browse through my playlist. Leave comments, share the videos that you find helpful and or just entertaining, or something you think, someone else may enjoy seeing from me. And let's get into what the Crazy Troll Nation is. The crazy, just enjoying doing videos and knowing if you do videos, you can be your authentic self. Try not to feel like you need to emulate someone else or change part of your personality for the sake of doing a video. Let your true soul shine through. I don't know where that came from, but also with the crazy is just enjoying the other channels that you watch here on YouTube. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. As you're watching beauty related content and you're listening to what they're saying in the videos, try not to feel like you need to use that brand, that palette, that blush, that product, that tool, that technique that they use. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. That's what we stand for here, along with self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, but not feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's the bottom line of the Crazy Troll Nation. Just love yourself for who you are and letting your true self shine through. If you're new, I need to let you know that I do curse on my channel sometimes, because I curse sometimes, period. I try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So thank you for being here. And if you're returning, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you. We're going to be using a lot of Esom brushes today. These are, and I do have 8 of these because I have 6 for both of these looks. This is the Esom V27. I like them because they're small and they're dense, but they're also soft. And so it gives me more control over the shadow. We will also be using the Esom V31 for our outer corner work. It's just a domed brush. We're also going to be using 2 Blend Bunny brushes. Both of these are different. This one is a B number 2. This one is a B3, but they are similar, except this one is more stubby and this one is more pointed. We'll be using these for our lower lash line. And for upper lash line, we're going to be using more Esom brushes, not upper lash line, brow bone. If we do a brow arch highlight, this is the Esom V09, and it is just a very thin, very tiny brush. So this is good for me for brow arch. Some people use it for lip liners, eyeliners. You can use it for whatever you want to use it for, but use whatever you want, however you want to. So for this eye, we're going to start with this shade right here. I'm not going to say shade names because they're not shade names. They're shadow placement. And so we're going to put this here. And also, like, there's more than like one center lid shade, more than one inner corner shade. So even if I were to say that and you were to want to recreate the look just based on what I'm saying, it's like, okay, that's not helpful. Like which inner corner or whatever it was. And now we're going to take this one here. Do I want to take this further over? No. And we're going to put this on I like the formula of her metallics. This is a very, well, it's a glam palette. So you're going to get light and ethereal unless you smoke it out with the two darker shades in here. Yeah, it is only like two dark shades in here that are mattes. But so I'm trying to see what I feel about it. I know I like the formula, but as far as the looks, because I don't lean towards ethereal looks, but they're pretty though. Like they're super pretty. I wonder if this would be great as a topper, just because of how light it is. And I do know part of it is my complexion, because if you're lighter than me, this may show up darker on you. Now we're going to take this shade here. And also, if you're darker than me, I think the lighter shades in here would actually pop against your skin tone. And so, but being in the middle of the spectrum, I don't know. And you know what? There's challenges all the way around, regardless of where you are on the complexion spectrum. And, you know, I see some videos, it's like, oh, I wish they had a lighter shade. In that same palette, somebody else is like, oh, I wish they had, you know, a darker shade. And so it just depends on, you know, what you like for yourself in whatever palette you have. I'm trying to make this a straight line right here, and I do like how I did that. Hopefully I can do the same thing on the other side. We shall see when we get over there. And I need to hurry up because the puffy right here is sticking to the mobile lid, which is here. And I can feel it sticking and it's uncomfortable. So we're going to leave this right here for now. This palette, these shadows, it's just super freaking easy, man. You see how quick that was? So now we're going to move over to this eye and we're going to take this shade, which I'm like, I don't even know if that's going to show up, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out. And so we just patted it twice. Oh, okay, that showed up. Wow. Wow. And now we're going to sweep over. Wow. That's this. You know what this palette is reminding me of? This is reminding me of the MAC Connecting Color Unfiltered Nudes. That's what these looks are reminding me of, because I can do these looks with that palette, this look and the previous look that I've done. But this is looking like it's giving me Unfiltered Nudes vibes. So we're going to hopefully not mix up the brushes. So I have the brushes for this eye on this side and the brushes for this eye on that side. So now we're going to take this shade here. This surprised me. Wow. And I like it. So we're going to put this in the middle on the center of our lid. And it laughs when I look at the placement name, because it does say center lid. Boy, yeah, this is interesting. This one that we put here said brow bone. And so that's, no. It would have just blended in though with my complexion anyway. This also is reminding me, we're going back to that first brush of a xenon look. And I might have said that before. I don't know. But this is kind of giving me xenon vibes too. And I think just because it's that grayish tone, I'm guessing. But I do like this look though. And because this palette is so easy to use, it is something that I think I would keep and use. And now we're going to take another clean brush and we'll go into this shade here, which actually in the pen, it looks like it looks like a cross between a brown and a gray, because I was thinking it was more gray based, and that might be why it's over here with these shades. But then part of me thinks it looks like it would go with that one. But let's see what it looks like on the lid. And this one says outer eyelid. This is so funny to me. How did she know? So some of the placements are what the names are, and then some of them are not. I'm going to try and do this straight line out. Oh, I think I may have. Let me see. Let me not get too excited, because sometimes I'll do something like, oh, wow, and then I'll mess it up. Be like, darn it, I got overzealous. And we're just sweeping up top just to blend. Yeah, I think our shape is the same. Yeah, this side is not as pointy, but that's okay. I think now we just got the point by putting that right there. So this is very easy. It was like, what, less than 10 minutes? And that was with doing the primer and the introduction. We're going to go back to that center brush, the center shade, and we're just going to feather this here. But I do kind of want to take the outer corner shade over into the transition area because this whole thing is just kind of blending in. Where this side, at least you have color. This is also almost reminding me of a look with one of the Pat McGrath prints that I did. This side, I do have some fallout and it did just wipe away. So that is good. That is good. Is that a piece of something right there? I think I see a piece of something. Y'all, like a piece of something. What's a piece of something? Oh yeah, it was. It was a fleck of shadow there. So we're going to take this brush and we're going to take this shade. With these two looks, we'll have used every shadow once in this palette. So we're going to do an outer V. So we're just going to deepen. We're going to try and keep this line right here straight. And we are going to drag this over, even though part of me wants to take that outer corner shade. But I want to put a shade with more depth there. And it doesn't really look like it's doing too much. And I'm going lightly because I don't want to do too much. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a brow art shade, which I kind of think I am. I like this look. I really do. So we're tapping that off. This shade is called Smoke. And we're using it for upper transition. Yeah, it's just laughable to me. It's helpful if you're newer to makeup and you don't know where to put things. I'm blending this down a little bit. And it does show you how you can reconfigure the palette and still have the names, the placement makes sense. But still it's like whatevs. Now we're going to take this shade here and we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. So we have a brown glam eye and a grayish black glam eye. So we're trying to keep this line straight. And I think I just did a swoosh. It's like something right here that it just, I have a hard time just getting it to go straight. You know what it is? I'm coming down past my, the corner of my eye. I need to stay further up here and then go straight out versus all the way down to where my eye, the corner of my eye ends. That's what it is. I just now realized that just now when I said that. Because I was looking at it like, why do I always have a little hook right there? And that's why. So I'm learning. I am learning. And thank you for being here to see me learn. No matter how much I like looks that I do, there's still something to learn. I need to figure out, though, how not to do that swoosh when I do my wing liner, though. That I need to figure out, because that swoosh annoys me. This is turning brown, but I still like it because it looks like two different colors. So this was the outer corner color, and this is what we're putting on now. And it is, I like how it looks because it looks like, well, it's two different colors, but sometimes, like this is blending in to that outer corner shade. This one isn't. So you see the distinct shades, and I do like that. And I like how this is looking right here as well. Just carrying that over to touch our brow because we took this shade up to the brow. I'm learning that I like that too. Taking the lid shade here up to the brow, or the first shade here, and then bringing my transition like straight in. And that's something that I did by accident a few times, and then I'm like, I really like that. This is the brush that had this shade on it, and so we're bringing it over like how we brought this one over. So even though there are two different looks, it's the same style. I like that. I would like for this to be a little bit darker, so I am just trying to build it up a little bit. And in doing that, we're bringing it down some. So you see how that kind of blends a little bit. I like both of these looks. This side looks like it needs to be blended, so I'm not sure like what to do with that. I'm going to take, or I could take one of these. Do I have another one? Fish in here, because I have this, and I'm trying to stick to using the same brushes. And this is like the two we just used for our outer corner. And for some reason, I think I do have another one, but I also don't want to take up too much time. So we just want to grab a brush. Actually, we're going to take 2 hourglass brushes because I want to just stick to the same brush. These are hourglass number 6. Oh, my thick thighs caught it. So this side looks fairly blended, and I do think we are going to take that one shade we haven't used yet and put that up here for brow arch. But I do like how that looks. We're going to take the clean one, and I want to, you know what, I do think I need a more dense brush for this over here, because we're not going to put a brow arch unless we take this one. But that one was bright. Or was it this one? I don't know. But I'm thinking not to put anything up here for brow arch. But I do think, though, is this working or do I need a dense brush? I think that looks good because I can tell it is blended. More blended than it looked before. So we're just going back and forth very lightly because I don't want to disturb my brows too much, which I did kind of take away a little bit of my brow. So we're just going to put it back. I tried doing my brows after my eyeshadow look. But then it's like I don't know where to stop the shadow, like over here, when my brows aren't done. So that's why I don't do that. And that's the me thing, just not knowing where to stop the shadow. So this is that same brush that we used to blend that. But I do like this though, because it looks like it is a brow arch shade up there, even though it's not. And this side really doesn't need one. So I'm going to put one brush away since we're not doing brow arch over here. For this eye, we're going to take this shade. This will be the last one to use in this palette. And we're going to just put, that's loud. We're going to come down. That is loud. Holy Toledo, Batman. I don't like that. We're going to take this brush that we used to blend this before we put that there. And we're just going to brush over just to try to tone it down. And I think it's working. It is warm in here. You know what? It's these lights. And I need to just stop saying that and just not be shocked when I sit here and start sweating. I do like that. It's a little lighter than I want, but thankfully it is just a little sliver. So these are the looks. This side is looking like I could bring that black a little in further, like here. So we're going to take that brush. We're not adding any more shadow to it right now, but we're just going to kind of do like this. And I probably should take that outer corner shade versus this black, but I like this. This is reminding me almost of a xenon look, and almost because there's not a brownish tone in there. Where is it now since I mixed up some of the shadows? I do like that better. Excuse me for smacking. I do like that better. I like this, y'all. Oh, man. Oh, suck it now. Drop the brush, caught it. Now we're going to take, lower lash line. What are we going to do? We're going to, take this one. No, we're at the bottom row. We're going to take this one for lower lash line over here. And we're going to just run that along here. I'm not going to be sensible and do a brown liner for upper lash line over here and a black liner over here for upper lash line. Are we going to be sensible today? What do you think? Pause and comment. We're going to be sensible trolls today. Or after you finish the video and you're commenting, like, did you think we were going to be sensible or not? Because that would be easy and make sense, but y'all know I don't always like to make sense. We're going to take, I think I want to take this shade, that center lid shade, and put down there. I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to take this one and put that on lower lash line. This palette is very easy to work with. These shadows go on, as you see, very easy, very minimal to no fallout. And you saw how quick we did both of these looks. And that was with me talking and fumbling around with brushes and trying not to drop them and catching them with my thick thighs. But so these are the looks. I'm gonna use the Lancome Silks Boost Mascara Base. It is a mascara primer. And I'm just gonna pull the Hella Thick mascara. That is it. So what are we gonna do for that? Was I dig it. I'm digging it. I am really digging it. I'm trying to think of what to do for liner for upper lash line. We could do a gray over here, but I don't know how much is going to show up. I want to be funky. We're going to be funky. I just don't know how funky. I'm thinking to use this blue for over here. Ooh. We can use Contemplative State for this side, but I think I want to use that orange. We're going to use that orange. Now, of course, I didn't pull out eyeliner brushes, so we're going to do that right now really quick. 2 of the MAC 210 brushes. Wait a minute, why am I picking Zuevas? So these are the MAC 210 brushes. I'm excited. You're going to hear clank. I'm going to put away brushes to be washed later. I'm excited about this. This is Terrible Vision from Melt. Ooh. We're going to put this over here. And hopefully I am at an angle where you can see what I'm doing. I love this color because it's there, but it's not too much. I don't think. Am I near my lash line? Sometimes I watch videos back. I'm like a quarter mile away from my lash line. And I'm just like, what? See, you see this? Like it's like just right. We're going to try and come straight out, see if it works, and then bring it back in. Okay. I'm going to just feather it outward. I think I just messed up the line. But when do I not mess up something? I like this, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. And then we're going to take from Inglot, this is number 55. We're going to put this, and we could use Slate or we could use Fortune over here. Slate is blue, Fortune is green, if I'm not mistaken. But Fortune, they both show up to me just dark eyeliners. I was going to say shadows. Sometimes they show up as the color, and then sometimes it just shows up dark. You can tell it's not a black, but it doesn't look blue or green to me, to my eye. Look at, oh my gosh, something's rattling over here. Because I keep shaking the table and something that's not stable is tapping against something else. Oh, here it is. I see what it is. But it was annoying me. Like, what is that that I was hearing? And I still hear it. Stop moving. It's these eyeliners because I have them stacked up. I still hear it. And that's because my arm is moving the table. My elbow is on the table and it's moving the table. Y'all, I like this. I like this. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's there, but it's not like, what? And y'all know sometimes I do look like, what? So, okay. I took it out. Sills Boost mascara base. Hella thick mascara from Fenty. We're going to figure out a lip. I'm not even sure if I want to do the face. Like, I'm cool. We're going to do Bronze Divinity and Desert Glow. Both of these are bronzers from Pat McGrath. We already have on Radiant Light. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll figure out a lip, and then when we come back, everything will be done. This is what we have, y'all. I am excited. So we ended up putting on Bronze Divinity bronzer from Pat McGrath. I think I might have showed you this. I forgot already. And Desert Glow bronzer we used as a blush, and we only put the bronzer here and a blush here. We didn't do the perimeter of the face. We lined our lips with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner. The shade is Alien. It is in black, and we used MAC's Matte Retro Liquid Lipstick in Caviar. So this is what we did, and I am digging this look. So again, for this eye, we have like a brownish kind of something or other for this eye over here. And maybe I should try and hold it this way. I am so awkward. I'll figure this out for pictures, but this eye is whatever, the brownish tan tones. Because I can't say the bottom row because it's not. And this eye, we use these kind of gray smoky tones there for this eye. I can say I really do like both looks. I'm loving that we went with non-traditional eyeliner colors for upper lash line. I'm loving even the lower lash line and how that silver shade looks under here, and of course this just kind of blends on that side. Why does it look like I have a sparkle on the bottom of my lips over here? Anyway, thank you for being here. Let me know what you think about look number 2. That is this look here. And what you think about look number 3. Like, are either one of these looks that you would do? And I am still thinking I could do these with unfiltered nudes from MAC, the connecting color. And this is what that palette looks like. So when you look at this, it looks like you can do this, right? So you have like your browns and tans, but then you have some grays too. But you don't have a deep black though either. But because this turned into like a brown, that could be that shade. I don't know. But the same vibe for sure. And the palettes don't look the same. Let me just hold them up next to each other. The palettes do not look the same. They do not look like dupes. And I'm not saying that they are. But as far as the looks that I've done, the vibe is the same. So I just wanted to point that out. And that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. If you have the Natasha Denona Glam Palette, excuse me. If you have the Natasha Denona Glam Palette, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, you'll see me in the next video. Lots of links below. Most are affiliated. Some are not. Shop responsibly. And yeah, as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.